Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a world where you are seen, truly seen, not just for your appearance, but for the depth and breadth of your soul, for your capacity to endure, to thrive, and to lead. Now, picture that same world where you are favored by the highest force of all creation, the very hand of God reaching down into your life, guiding, shaping, and empowering you. A woman favored by God carries within her an unshakable sense of purpose. This isn't just about having goals or ambitions. Those are fleeting and often shaped by external circumstances. Purpose in its truest form is something deeper. It is the profound realization that her existence is not random, that she was created with intention, and that her life has meaning beyond the immediate concerns of the present. This purpose does not waver in the face of uncertainty. The world may present distractions, setbacks, and even opposition, but a woman favored by God remains steadfast. She does not look to others for approval, nor does she allow the opinions of society to dictate her path. Instead, she moves with clarity, guided by an internal compass that is aligned with something greater than herself. This gives her resilience, allowing her to walk confidently even when the road ahead is unclear. Furthermore, this deep sense of purpose is not something she stumbles upon by chance. It is revealed through faith, through seeking, and through aligning herself with principles that elevate rather than diminish. She understands that her life is meant to contribute, to build, to nurture, and to inspire. Her purpose is not merely self-serving. It extends beyond her own success or comfort. It calls her to be a force for good, to uplift those around her, and to leave a lasting impact. A woman who recognizes her divine purpose does not live in fear of failure. She embraces challenges as part of her refinement. She understands that every experience, both good and bad, serves a greater design. And in that understanding, she walks forward with confidence, knowing that her steps are ordered, her life is significant, and her presence in this world is intentional. A woman favored by God does not live a life free from hardship. In fact, she often faces trials that test her strength, her faith, and her endurance. However, what sets her apart is that these struggles do not break her, they shape her. Every challenge she encounters refines her character, making her stronger and more resilient. She does not see adversity as punishment, but as preparation. It is through difficulty that she is molded into the person she is meant to become. Life's trials are unavoidable. Pain, disappointment, and loss come to all. Yet a woman who is truly favored understands that nothing she faces is meaningless. She does not dwell in self-pity, nor does she allow hardship to define her. Instead, she rises from every setback with renewed wisdom. She learns, she grows, and she emerges with a deeper understanding of herself and her purpose. Her struggles become testimonies, proving that endurance is not just about surviving, it's about evolving. This strength is not solely her own. She is able to endure because she knows she is not alone. She leans on a faith that is greater than her circumstances. She does not allow fear to dictate her actions, because she understands that every obstacle is an opportunity to develop the kind of perseverance that leads to greatness. She trusts that even in her darkest moments, she is being guided, prepared, and strengthened for something greater. Through trials, she becomes an example to others. She shows what it means to walk through fire and come out refined. She transforms pain into power, struggle into strength, and setbacks into stepping stones. And because of this, she is not merely a survivor, she is a woman who thrives despite the storms she has endured. A woman favored by God carries a deep sense of peace that is not dependent on her circumstances. This peace is not the absence of struggle, nor is it found in perfect conditions. Rather, it is an internal stillness that remains steady even when chaos surrounds her. It is the quiet confidence that no matter what happens, she is secure, she is held, and she is guided by a higher power. The world is full of anxiety, uncertainty, and instability. Many people live in a constant state of worry, reacting to every difficulty with fear and distress. But a woman who walks in divine favor does not allow external events to dictate her emotional state. She does not crumble under pressure, nor does she let temporary troubles consume her. Instead, she maintains her composure, trusting that there is a purpose behind everything she encounters. She knows that peace is not something she has to chase, it is something she carries within her. This peace is rooted in faith. She understands that she does not have to control everything. She does not need to manipulate outcomes or force situations to go her way. She releases the need for constant control and surrenders to a plan far greater than her own. This surrender does not make her weak, it makes her strong, because she is no longer burdened by the weight of trying to handle life on her own. Her presence has a calming effect on those around her. People are drawn to her because they sense something different, a quiet assurance, an unwavering trust, a deep and lasting serenity. And in a world filled with noise, confusion, and fear, this kind of peace is not just a gift to her, It is a gift to everyone she encounters. A woman favored by God is not just concerned with her own growth, she is an agent of transformation in the lives of others. Her presence inspires, uplifts, and challenges those around her to rise to their highest potential. She does not walk through life passively, she influences, she builds, and she leads. This influence is not about control or dominance, but about service, wisdom, and the ability to create meaningful change. She understands that her life is not meant to be lived in isolation. Her gifts, talents, and experiences are not just for her benefit, but for the benefit of those she encounters. She pours into others, whether through encouragement, guidance, or simply the example of how she lives. She does not need a platform or a title to make an impact. Her transformation of others happens in everyday moments, in the way she speaks, in the way she loves, and in the way she carries herself with integrity. This ability to transform comes from her own willingness to be transformed. She is constantly growing, learning, and refining herself. She does not remain stagnant, nor does she cling to old patterns that no longer serve her purpose. Because she is open to change, she naturally becomes a source of change for others. She leads not by force, but by example. People are drawn to her because they see something different in her strength wrapped in humility, wisdom rooted in experience, and a heart that genuinely seeks the good of others. She does not take lightly the responsibility of her influence. She understands that being favored by God is not about personal gain, but about being a light in a world that desperately needs direction, hope, and truth. A woman favored by God radiates compassion, even in situations where it is difficult to do so. She does not withhold kindness based on convenience or personal feelings. Instead, she extends grace, understanding that true strength is found in the ability to love beyond circumstances. Her heart is not hardened by betrayal, disappointment, or injustice. She chooses to see people through a lens of empathy rather than judgment, knowing that everyone is fighting battles that are not always visible. Her compassion is not weakness, it is power. In a world where many respond to hurt with anger and indifference, she chooses a different path. She knows that compassion does not mean tolerating mistreatment, nor does it mean excusing wrongdoing. It means responding with wisdom, patience, and the ability to separate a person's actions from their humanity. She sees beyond the surface, recognizing that even those who cause harm are often acting from their own pain. This ability to love and forgive is what sets her apart. She does not allow bitterness to take root in her heart because she understands that resentment only poisons the soul. Instead, she releases pain and replaces it with peace. This does not mean she is naive or that she allows herself to be walked over. Rather, it means she chooses healing over hatred and reconciliation over revenge. Her compassion is felt by those around her. People feel safe in her presence not because she is weak, but because she is strong enough to hold space for others. Her ability to love, even when it is undeserved, reflects the favor upon her life. She carries a spirit of grace that brings comfort, restoration, and hope to those who cross her path. A woman favored by God possesses an unshakable resilience that allows her to withstand adversity without losing her sense of self. Life does not spare her from difficulties, yet she refuses to be defeated by them. When hardships arise, she does not crumble under their weight. Instead, she adapts, learns, and pushes forward with renewed determination. She understands that resilience is not about avoiding pain, but about using it as fuel for growth. Her strength is not loud or boastful. It is quiet, steady, and deeply rooted. She does not seek sympathy or validation for her struggles. She faces challenges head-on, knowing that each obstacle is shaping her into the person she is meant to be. While others may retreat in fear, she moves forward with courage, refusing to let difficulties dictate her future. This resilience does not come from mere willpower alone. It is born from her faith, her unwavering belief that she is guided and protected even in the darkest moments. She does not allow setbacks to define her, nor does she believe that failure is the end of her story. Instead, she sees difficulties as lessons, trials as tests of character, and challenges as opportunities for transformation. Her resilience inspires those around her. Others see her ability to endure and find strength in her example. She does not pretend that life is easy, but she proves that it is possible to rise above circumstances with dignity and grace. She walks with a quiet confidence, knowing that no storm is greater than the purpose she carries. Every time she is knocked down, she stands back up not just for herself, but for those who look to her as a source of hope and strength. A woman favored by God understands the power of divine timing. She does not rush, force, or manipulate circumstances to unfold on her terms. Instead, she trusts that everything happens at the right moment, according to a plan greater than her own. This patience is not passive, it requires strength, discipline, and unwavering faith. She does not see waiting as wasted time, but as a season of preparation where she is being refined for what is to come. The world operates on urgency, pressuring people to chase instant results and immediate gratification. But she resists this mindset because she knows that anything truly valuable takes time. She does not measure her success by how quickly things happen, but by how aligned she is with her purpose. When doors do not open right away, she does not despair. She understands that delay is not denial, and that what is meant for her will come in its due season. Her ability to trust in divine timing gives her peace. She does not live in frustration or comparison, wondering why others seem to be moving ahead faster. Instead, she focuses on her own journey, knowing that what is being built within her is just as important as the blessings she is waiting for. She embraces the process, knowing that when the right moment arrives, she will be fully equipped to step into it. This trust makes her different. She is not desperate, restless, or impatient. She carries herself with grace and certainty, understanding that favor is not something she has to chase, it is something that finds her when she is ready. And because of this, she moves through life with confidence, knowing that every season has a purpose and that the best is always worth waiting for.